अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स, दिस इज़ आवर लास्ट लेक्चर ऑफ लिटरेरी स्टाइलिस्टिक्स सब्जेक्ट्स। और इसके अलावा मैं बहुत से लेक्चर्स स्टाइलिस्टिक्स पे अपलोड कर चुकी हूँ। अगर आप लोग चाहते हैं देखना तो आप लोग प्लेलिस्ट को विजिट कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज आप लोग मेरे चैनल की वीडियोस को भी विजिट कर सकते हैं। थ्योरेटिकल पोजीशन इन स्टाइलिस्टिक्स, देयर आर 5 थ्योरेटिकल पोजीशंस इन स्टाइलिस्टिक्स: अफेक्टिव स्टाइलिस्टिक्स, प्रैग्मेटिक स्टाइलिस्टिक्स, पेडागोजिकल स्टाइलिस्टिक्स एंड फेमिनिस्ट स्टाइलिस्टिक्स। और इसके अलावा फॉर्मल और फंक्शनल स्टाइलिस्टिक्स। फॉर्मल और फंक्शनल स्टाइलिस्टिक्स इज द ब्रांच ऑफ लिंग्विस्टिक्स दैट इन्वेस्टिगेट फंक्शनल वर्जन ऑफ लिटरेरी लैंग्वेज डिफाइंड बाय सर्टेन एरियाज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन एंड गोल्स. In formal stylistics focusing on the analysis of linguistic features and structure in literary text. If it focuses on the systematic study of forms such as syntax, phonology, morphology to understand the stylistic choices made by author. In modern society, every person finds himself in regularly recurring situation typically of the given culture. He has to play a specific social role, like act in according with situation, what is acceptable in a particular society. Formal stylistics shows the formal linguistic feature of the text, including the analysis of grammar, syntax, vocabulary, and phonetics. Formal stylistics aims to identify patterns, structure, and devices that contribute to the overall style of a text. Example: the opening line of the Charles Dickens novel, A Tale of Two Cities. Formal stylistics will focus on the linguistic and structural elements of text. In the opening lines of Dickens novel, we can analyze the use of formal devices such as parallelism, metaphor, and diction. It was the best time, it was the worst time, it was the age of wisdom. उसके बाद हमारे पास आ जाती है affective stylistics. Affective stylistics is shows the emotional and psychological aspects text. It focuses at how particular linguistic and stylistic choices affect readers to feel something. Affective stylistics deals with how language and stylistic choices can create in readers and listeners. It aims to explain how reader use language to create emotional reaction and how reader understand and feel those emotions. Affective stylistics investigate several stylistic devices and techniques that can influence emotions such as metaphor, simile, imagery, tone, mode, rhyme. These elements are analyzed through their emotions impact. The theory also looks at how readers may identify with character, situation, and theme in text. Imagine a short sentence from the children's book: the sun was shining brightly and the birds were chirping. Imagery, emotions, tone, and mode are all used in sentence. Effective stylistics aims to understand how linguistic and stylistic choices influence the emotion of readers or viewers. Next हमारे पास आ जाता है pragmatic stylistics. Is an academic field in the area of stylistics that focus on the pragmatic analysis of language and its stylistic effects. Pragmatic is a branch of linguistics that deals with the use of language in environment to transmit meanings, achieve communication goals, and interact with one another. Pragmatic stylistics use speech theory to analyze language used for conveying information and performing speech act like request, command, and opinion. Pragmatic stylistics study how politeness, method, and for face-saving techniques affects text style. It shows how speaker and writer manage social boundaries, how speaker and writer manage social identities and relationship through language. Identities लिखा मैंने IDEN. Example: direct and indirect speech act. Pass me the salt. In the sentence, it is a request for a salt. Indirect speech में आ जाएगा. However, in this novel, a character says, "It is a little bit chilly here, isn't it?" with the intention of getting someone to pass me the salt. It's used to convey the indirect request for a salt. Pedagogical stylistics is a branch of stylistics that focus on how to apply a linguistics and stylistic analysis to language and literary teaching and learning. It aims to enhance language education by using stylistics principle to better understand and appreciate literary text. Pedagogical stylistics shows the details analysis of a literary and non-literary text to uncover the stylistic features of linguistic choices used by author. The analysis helps teachers and students to understand how language works within different texts. Pedagogical stylistics encourage students to think critically about the text. Pedagogical stylistics also compare two different language, text, or style to show the variety and flexibility of text. Example: suppose a teacher wants to introduce students to the concept of metaphor. Instead of presenting a dry definition, In this, student will be discussed text selection, analysis, discussion, comparative analysis and creative writing. उसके बाद आता है feminist stylistics, the sub-discipline of stylistics. In journal, feminist stylistics aims to investigate how gender issues and stylistically written inside text. Feminist stylistics shows how language and linguistic choices used in literature. The study of linguistic choices and language used in literature is called feminist stylistics. It looks at how these choices support or go against established gender norms. They include the study of how linguistic elements like lexical choices, grammatical structure, and discourse pattern influence the representation of gender. In short, feminist stylistics is a critical approach to literature and language that aims to show or uncover the literary text. Example, in Jane Austen novel Pride and Prejudice, the character described the heroine Elizabeth Bennet in the following way. जैसे डार्सी ने कहा था, शी इज़ टॉलरेबल बट नॉट हैंडसम इनफ टू टेम्प्ट मी. तो ये होगी हमारे पास थ्योरेटिकल पोजीशन इन स्टाइलिस्टिक्स 5 थी, जो कि मैंने डिस्कस कर दी. अगर आप लोग इन्हें रेडी कर लेते हैं तो आपका अच्छा भला जो है सारा कुछ रेडी हो जाएगा. सो नेक्स्ट वीडियो तक, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर तक मुझे दीजिए इजाज़त. सी यू सून. अल्लाह हाफिज़.